up? Welcome back to the Hustlers Brunch. My name is Lizzy Brodie. This is the beauty and business episode, and I'm super excited about it because I have two amazing women here with me. I have Miss Nayeli and Miss Lysiane, who, Lysiane is my hairstylist for what, like 4,
at least
5 years now?
Yeah.
And then Nayeli, who has been the homegirl forever. She's definitely, pardon the traffic, but she's done my makeup twice, maybe 3 times, but she's incredible, and she's self-taught, and I feel like she's kind of like on the rise with branding herself and starting to really build clients and work with people. So I think that this episode is gonna kind of resonate with a lot of women or men who are trying to get successful in your field. So thank you both for being here. We are at Waffle Brothers on 17th and Lafayette. So this place is super dope. I've got chicken and waffles on the way, and we've all I think Lysiane's got chicken and waffles too. She's got a waffle and fruit, which is strawberry and banana, by the way. They didn't have kiwi. Okay. I was like, just no blueberries. So yeah, this spot is really cool. It's kind of like, if you can see, it's kind of like an old house. It's like kind of down in the city. The 17th neighborhood is super dope. I know there's a lot of really good restaurants around here. You basically go up and order your stuff right at the counter, and then they deliver it to you. We've got mimosas, some more on the way. So yeah, so happy to be here. Shout out to Waffle Brothers. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it while we're waiting on our food to come. So the first question I ask everybody, what does being a hustler mean to you?
Me go first?
Sure, yeah, sure.
To me, I feel like being a hustler is just working to achieve what you want, your goals, whatever you need, house, car, just working towards your goals.
Yeah, I think it's good to point out that you can hustle for anything. It doesn't have to be necessarily career. You want to lose 10 pounds, you hustle for that. You want to buy a car, you hustle for that, yes. But, lots of things. The hustler mentality can be applied to just about every single aspect of our lives. Anything you want to add to that, Ms. Lysiane?
I totally agree. I think it's working hard. That's what, to me, hustle is. No matter what the goal, right?
Right.
It's actually applying yourself, going for it.
Love it. Okay, so Lysiane is a hairstylist. You work predominantly for yourself, but you work in a salon as well. So kind of explain that.
So I rent my chair at the salon.
Okay.
So I owe them a monthly rent.
Cool.
And I run everything else from there. So I schedule, I buy my color, and any tool that I need, all of that stuff is online.
Nice.
I moved over from my studio to the Oxford because the one layer that I was trying to get away from was ordering inventory of product, which I always fell behind on. And so I thought, you know what, let me go somewhere where I can have the balance of the two.
Yeah, so it's already there available
That's
for you.
right. So I don't make money off of it like I used to when it was my own, but it is always available to my clients, which for me feels like the experience is just elevated that way.
And you're more prepared. You're more relaxed,
and
not
I can
stressed.
fully apply myself to actually doing my service.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. And so talk a little bit about your kind of journey into coming into makeup, and like when did you start, and where are you at with it now?
I think I started about almost 10 years ago now, like working as a makeup artist. What I used to do is I used to just post all my looks on Instagram mainly, and one of my friends, she was a manager at the MAC Cosmetics in Cherry Creek. She saw my talent, and she decided to have me come in and do an interview with the model, and she ended up hiring me as a freelance makeup artist, and I worked there for about 2 or 3 years.
Wow, that's so dope.
And it's fun working at a retail counter, but it's not as fun as being able to have your own business.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
like what I was going for. I was like, I don't want to sit here and sell makeup. I want to put it on people.
Yeah.
So that's what changed my mind, and I was like, I'm just gonna leave this alone, and I'm going to try to look for my own customers, my own clients, and I have put myself out there with
Yeah,
like my
no,
friends.
you definitely have.
All my friends have let me experiment on them.
Yeah, no, and you're amazing. She's amazing.
Thank you,
amazing,
thank you.
amazing.
And I just went off of that, and then little by little, I've been getting hired, you know, for different things,
Awesome.
weddings.
That's so fun.
I need your number.
Yeah,
Any kind of event.
I know collaborations
Yes.
happen
Gotcha.
often here at the Hustlers Brunch.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of get into some questions. So how important is the client relationship, and like what are some ways that you gain a regular clientele, like a regular customers coming back to you?
For me, the most important relationship is with the customer,
Right.
because that's the one that's how you keep going. I mean, if you didn't have your customer, then you wouldn't be able to give your service to anyone. So for me, just having my connections with friends, honestly, it's helped me a lot, because they like my work, you like my work, you like my work.
Networking,
They'll recommend you to someone else. So that's why I like to keep those
Word of mouth is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. It's almost the number one tool of marketing. Yeah, is word of mouth. You know. Cool. Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to the relationship, it's a very important thing. I think for me, I've found a balance between understanding whether I'm into a client because of that particular human being, or is it because I love doing their hair, or is it both? And I found that I at times have had to walk away from certain clients because as much as I love them, we're not a fit.
Right.
That's okay too.
That
right?
is
Like,
okay. That's a really good thing to speak on.
I think it's hard to be okay with that, but at the end of the day, it's okay to have specialties, right? So it's like, that's part of the relationship with your client, is to be honest with them and be as integral as you can be. And it's like, ethically, I know that you would be a better match with this person.
Right.
I love you so much. I just had that conversation recently, and it's so hard because it's like someone who supported me for so many years and all this stuff, and I could tell that there was something missing. And I think that there was something missing when she went home and looked at herself in the mirror. And as a stylist, it was really important for me to make the call, because she wasn't going to.
Right.
She wasn't going to, because she was going to stay loyal to me, which of course you appreciate, but at the same time, I have to have that same loyalty and just find them their best possible person.
That's a really, really good point.
But by doing that, I do think that now she also knows what I am really good at, right? And I know for a fact that if someone asks her for a referral and she knows that I would be a good fit, she would 100% send it my way, right? So that's why, to me, like, those relationships are very important, and the authenticity behind them, the genuineness behind them, the truth, right? Like,
absolutely.
I think as an artist, you have to be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, it's your creativity that you're putting, and your talent that you're putting on people, whether it's skincare, hairstylist, makeup, clothing stylist. I mean, it's a lot of things, but that's such a good point, because, and I kind of wanted to like say this to both of you, because like one thing that has been so amazing for me is like when I go see you, what do I say? Do your thing.
Every time.
Do your thing. And it for me, I mean, as a new mom, just as a hardworking woman, as a busy woman, whatever it may be, it feels so good. It's even more of a perk to be able to come and see you and not have to go.
No, you're good. Come on in. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can just drop it all off first. Yeah, it is. Say hi to the friends. Thank you so much. Like, to not have to worry, or like I don't even worry. And like, I know that there's been times that I've, way years ago, where I go and I get my hair done and it's not what I want. So it is important to find that fit as a client and as a provider of a service. Like, you're not necessarily giving them what they maybe want or what is working best for them. It's okay to recognize that and like be honest about it. And the same with you. Like, I did give you a look for my birthday, but like, you killed it. And like, I just know that if I ever sat down and you wanted to do anything on my face, I wouldn't even, I'm like, just just do your thing. It's the best feeling in the world. And my next step is to find a nail lady who I can just go in and go, you know. I mean, I really haven't been getting my nails done because with a baby, it's like you scratch them and you can't, you know.
Yep.
I'm insecure about it. I can't do that. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that because it's like really special to me personally to like be able to, you know, I just know that you guys are always gonna take care of me, and like that's important for any person to feel like.
And as a stylist or as an artist, you can agree or disagree, but it is the biggest compliment.
Yeah.
It's to feel like your person genuinely trusts you.
Yeah.
It is a great feeling. It is
Let's
a great
pause for a second and set all this up, okay?
Okay. Yeah, because it's a lot.
Let's figure all this
Okay,
out.
so this is you.
Oh,
I know, and I want to like, yeah. As
Wow.
long as they can
We
see
got
it.
the chicken roll.
Okay, I did order Brussels sprouts. So if you guys want to try. I wanted bone in. These are for sure tenders.
Those are definitely tenders.
I'll eat it. Oh, there's
This is the bone in.
Oh, you want to trade a couple?
Yeah, let's do it. I want a couple. Just a couple though, I don't care.
Okay, I want
They look fire.
one of those guys.
I'm not picky.
And then do you want to just trade one so you can at least try a bone in? Yeah. Good call. Okay, and then I did pickled beets because I was like, look at you. Oh yeah. The Brussels sprouts I made last night has me like ready to eat them for breakfast.
I
lunch, and
love
dinner.
Brussels sprouts.
Those
So
are
Here's whipped cream, right?
This must be the
honey mustard.
Honey mustard.
Yeah, I think he was just like putting all the sauce on the side or whatever. So
perfect. And then syrup is right there.
Oh, yeah.
perp. I'm like, forget about the
I guess I don't
episode.
need more butter.
I know, right? It looks so good.
Okay, so let's will you put that like as make like a little trash or
I got a
whatever?
bag right here. Whoever's got trash, no?
I have these right here. This is butter. Yeah, we got some butter. Just drop that in down there. There's another trash. What is that? Oh. I know, I'm like, I want to try this sauce.
Ooh.
I know, it's like, I like Asian
I
style.
love Asian anything.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so.
It's Asian.
I don't know.
And we're still rolling, so start whenever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we just got our food. So we've got some chicken and waffles, both show. And we got a waffle, strawberry and banana here. I ordered some fried Brussels sprouts because currently I'm obsessed. Pickled beets, which is something that I hated growing up. It took me till I was like 30 to love beets, but I will tear some beets up. They're like my favorite. So yeah, again, we're at Waffle Brothers on 17th and Lafayette. This place is dope and so good. I'm about to chow down. Oh, we are missing a couple mimosas. We'll get them.
I can go in too.
If you want to go check,
Yeah,
that'd be good.
I'll go check.
All right, cool. So let's just get into the next question here. So how do you think services and hair and makeup contribute to somebody's self-confidence? I know we kind of just talked about this, but like, talk some more about it.
I mean,
Because it's a big thing.
I agree. I think if nothing else, like the self-care part of it, right? To feel like, to have that moment where you get out of your house, leave your kids behind if you have them, and you know, like for real, like on Monday I went and got my color done. It'd been almost 2 years.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, it's 2 uninterrupted hours where I can just like sit and be pampered and I'm not taking care of someone. And then, you know, you leave and it's like one less thing to think about.
Yeah.
Like, wow, like especially as a busy mom, right? Busy
Yeah.
mom, busy anybody, busy woman.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, I think as you get older, at least I spend less and less time focusing on me. So it's like, I do like a few things. I like my nails done.
Yep.
I like to have really good skincare so I don't have to wear a lot of makeup.
Right.
I'm terrible at it,
Right.
unlike you. And I like my hair to look right?
Right.
So it's like, those 3 things, I can wake up in the morning, have to run to the grocery store. If I put on a pair of yoga pants and like a cute t-shirt, I'm good.
Right.
I don't have to think about, okay, I really look disheveled and now I have to like get out there and maybe I'm gonna run into somebody and,
Right.
and I hardly ever
That's a
care
really
about
good
that,
point.
but you do care, right?
Yeah.
Like even if you're not a very like vain or like superficial kind of person, it's like it's about the way it feels.
Yes.
And I think knowing that it's been done is half of the battle.
Right.
I really do.
I agree.
Oh my God, the chicken though. I'm
Cannot
just gonna
wait.
throw that out there really
Yeah.
quick.
I was gonna say that. It's fantastic.
Oh my God. So, for me personally, I can say that like, whenever I leave getting my hair done, my nails done, I mean, it might not be so much about feeling confident as much as I think the self-care gives me the confidence. You know what I mean? Like having that time where I know that I'm like just doing something to take care of myself. That makes me feel good, you know? Like when you curl my hair, even if my makeup's not done and I'm bumming, my hair is curled, you cannot tell me shit. I feel like everyone knows I just left the salon and like my hair is perfect. So yeah, I mean, anything you'd like to add to that as far as like, you know, just the confidence that you
No,
add?
I can agree. I feel like when you do your hair, or even just like the simple fact that you can get up in the morning and like, I love taking showers. I love washing my face, doing all my skincare. That's like
Thank you so
my
much.
favorite part of the day. Skincare, it makes you know, you're not wearing makeup, but you still look good. You look
Right,
good.
yeah.
Your face looks good, you know, or, you know, those little things. If you feel good, then it sets like the mood for the day, you know, it'll feel good for the day.
And that's the truth.
Taking care of my skin is something that I really didn't think a lot about until probably my late 20s. Like it really just started with like needing moisturizer, because I have anxiety attacks if my skin is dry. It makes me feel like the world is
Weird.
falling. I don't know why, but
I can agree.
I hate
I
having
can
dry
agree.
skin. So for me, it started with face moisturizer. But now, you know, I'm 36 and like, even after pregnancy, your skin changes a lot. And so, you know, you just really start to notice little things. And I mean, I'm embracing aging, but now I care a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
I wear night creams, I wear day creams, I wear eye brighteners, you know, or, you know, I do face masks a little bit more often, you know, just, so, yeah. It boils down to, it's like a domino effect, you know? You really got to take care of yourself and you'll exude self-confidence when you are taking the time to self-care. So.
I can agree.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Okay, one thing I want to ask you, and maybe you too, I'm not sure, but like best online booking. So for people who are like just coming up, or maybe they're working independently and they want to have an online booking system, what would you recommend?
So I use Square Appointments.
Okay.
I started off with, I always did Square for transactions, but when I started, Square did not have a calendar appointment system. So at the time I was strictly using it for payments, and I was using Vagaro for scheduling.
Okay.
I ended up switching over to Square Appointments when it came up because I love the idea of having everything together.
Right. Yeah.
But Vagaro has their own version of that.
Okay.
I know that some of my coworkers really love it. I personally felt like Square is just so straightforward. I do think the fees are probably a smidge higher than...
So there's a fee for using those?
Yes.
Okay.
There's
interesting.
always a fee. So there's a fee, just like anywhere else, right? Like
Yeah.
the moment you swipe your credit card, there's a fee that goes with that.
Yep.
And I do cover it. I don't make my clients cover it.
Okay.
Just personal decision. I
Right.
don't have an opinion either way. It's just how I do it.
Yep.
So I know that there's many like systems. I personally absolutely love Square, but I do know that people love Vagaro and like are very successful with Vagaro.
Cool. Do you do any online booking yet or anything?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, note what she just said for when you start.
Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, I think it is like, as a consumer, you know, like one thing, I mean, and we can probably all agree, simplicity, you know, like quickness, you know, like you want something that is just easy and simple. And, you know, you don't want to get like like I can't stand when I'm like trying to make an appointment or pay for something and I'm just like getting dragged through all these different, you know, portals. I'm like, where am I going? I don't want to go far. 100%. I just want to make an appointment.
And the more you have steps, the quicker people will give up, right? So then it's like, then as an artist, as a stylist, as a provider, now you're dealing with having to book yourself, answering a million questions if your system is not working.
Right.
It is literally a second job.
Yep.
So I think having the right system is super important. So like for me, it's like most of my clients do pre-book when they're with me.
Yep.
But I do have the ones that are either have inconsistent schedules, or
like me,
or you don't need as consistent of an appointment, right? And they know exactly where to go. They can change your appointments if needed.
Yep.
They get confirmations without me having to think about it.
Exactly. That's another huge thing too.
I'm like, I forget all of my appointments. Everything is on my calendar. I need that.
Oh! Guys, there was a spider on me.
I'm like, girl.
Oh!
That scared me. I don't even know where it went, but
I cannot.
it's off you. It's off of you.
Hold on, let me get my life back together really
That was
fast.
awesome.
I hate that feeling.
Okay, can I just pause really quick to tell you a story? I have to tell this story. I have the bug heebie-jeebies like you would never believe. When I was 18, I went to Puerto Rico to visit my aunt and uncle. They were really successful out there. Now they're successful in the Dominican. They had a beautiful house in Mayagüez. They had a guest house. It had was just about finished being built. So I'm staying in the guest house with my boyfriend at oh my god, and now it's on her. Oh no.
Oh yeah, it's on the ground now.
Oh my god.
Kill it.
So, are you okay?
Yes.
Holy crap.
That was
So
awesome.
staying in the guest house is my boyfriend at the time and his best friend. Well, the bathroom of the guest house was like right outside of the house. Like it had like a tile way that went from the house to the bathroom, and it was gorgeous. I mean, like total like tropical, like outdoor enclosed bathroom. Now the top, they just hadn't put a screen up top yet. Okay, so here's me. I'm taking a shower, hanging out, washing my hair. There was like the most giant beetle in my hair.
Oh no!
And I mean, I'm still cringing. And this was like 20 years ago.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
no, that was like, that. I mean, I was in tears. I mean, I don't think I could even pull it all the way out. It was like lodged in my hair. And who knows what kind of shit is out in Puerto Rico. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying like the land is different. The bugs are different.
It's the tropics.
Okay, anyways. Let's get back to it. So, okay, how do you stay organized? And I mean this in not only just, you know, with your clients and your time, but with your products, like your things, like your accessories. Like one day I saw that you had moved all your eyeshadows to new palettes, which I thought was really cool and a really cool idea. I was like, because then you don't have all these little eyeshadows everywhere. You can put them all into one palette. So, how else do you stay organized? Go ahead, since you're in makeup.
I don't know, honestly. I don't know how I do it. I have a lot of products. Like, I have a toolbox, you know. And
It is a toolbox. I've
I
seen
don't
it
know,
with my own
I
eyes.
I have photographic memory, so that helps me
Yep.
to keep myself organized because I can just, like, look in my picture,
Right.
my photo albums in my memory. I'm like, oh, where's that? Oh, there it is.
Well, what about when you're doing somebody's makeup? Do
When
you
I'm
find
doing-
that there's a specific routine that you use that is just more efficient for you?
Definitely. know, in my toolbox, I have everything organized.
I love it.
in my box.
Yeah.
I do have everything separated. I have like my foundations, my eyeshadows, and lipsticks. They're all in separate containers.
Right.
So when I'm working on someone's face, like I know
Where to go.
this bag has this.
Yeah.
This bag has that. I try to pull everything out before I'm getting started, you know,
Right.
pull out all the products that I need, because that helps more
Mm-hmm.
instead of like having to keep looking for things. So I try to, you know, separate everything
So
and organize it.
stay ready.
Yeah,
stay ready so you don't have to get
You don't
ready.
have to get ready.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good way to say it, right? Like, I mean, I think with makeup there's so many more things.
Right.
I mean, like when I worked with makeup artists for weddings or anything, I'm always amazed at what the cleanup looks like. Between all of the like disposable things and all the tiny like little bits and pieces. I don't know how you guys do it. It's incredible. One of my really good friends, she has literally it's a scrapbook kit. It's incredible, and it has like 5 million different pockets, and somehow all of her things fit into that thing, and it like rolls. It's amazing. And every time I work with her, I'm like, you're the smartest human I know, because I'm sure there's a million makeup cases out there,
Right.
but she knows this is the one that works, because just like you, she's been doing it for probably over a decade at this point. So she's learned all of her stuff, right? I think for me, I agree with you. I think staying ready is a really good way to say it.
Yeah.
Like, I think like at the salon, I have everything has a home, right? So
Right.
it's like my colors are all organized from warm to cool.
Yep.
So it goes warm, neutral, cool, and then when it comes to my
So you never have to look for what.
ever.
Yeah.
If I
you
know
just
if I'm doing a copper, I know exactly what direction to look. You
Right.
know? And then my semi-permanents, my demi-permanents, my permanent colors are all separated also, and then still organized by that like warm to cool gradation. And then I think at my actual station, in my bucket of product, I only have the product I like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna load myself up with stuff I never use.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, like there are plenty of people who will love those products, but if you're my client, chances are you don't, because I know your hair. You know, like all of my clients have, and of course I have, you know, a range of things, right? Like I have things for fine hair, for curly hair, for thick hair, for blah, 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 all of those things, bleached versus not bleached, colored versus virgin, whatever. But I only have what I like.
Yeah.
And then I have, at the very bottom is where I keep, you know, my brushes and my tools. And that's just how I am. Like, I think for me, everything gets locked up in the same place every day. And that's just that.
I think it would be, I would assume, just knowing, I don't know. I mean, I guess just staying organized in general, even if it's in your own way.
And that's just it. Sometimes chaotic, what is it? Chaotic organization or whatever, or systematic chaos.
Yeah.
works.
It works.
It just does.
Yeah.
Like, depending on you.
So find your organization, find the organization that works for you. I think as long as that you're able to, always grab what you need.
That's it.
And not, because you know, working on a face, working on hair, you might need to grab something real quick.
Yep.
I mean, hopefully it's not anything bad, like you're burning anyone's hair off. But you can imagine, there's like, you just never know. You might need to grab something, and so yeah, cool. Okay, so what are good ways to stay up on like new products?
I take a ton of classes.
Oh, okay.
I'm constantly in education classes. I mean, it's what? June, end of June, right? Early July. It's July. July 1st. I, up to this point this year, I've already taken 4 different classes.
Wow. So where would you go get the classes?
It just depends on what I'm looking for.
Oh, okay.
So I do work with hairstylists, so I have to take their education classes, which I love. There's virtual and in person right now. It's incredible. And then the beauty supply store that I use often offers classes too. I've flown myself out to LA to go take classes at salons that I like. I think you have to seek education. I think if you don't seek education is when you lose your clients, because they will find that person that knows more than you. They just do. I think it's another part that we owe them.
Yeah, I love that. Because I know for a fact that I got my hair cut in like 2005 by a much older woman, and I just know that she hadn't, you know, she learned once and then never learned again. You know what I mean? And I think it's super important in really any career field. So, you know, if it's media, if it's photography, if it's styling, real estate, whatever it is, there's going to be new techniques, new resources, new things that,
new technology.
If you don't find ways to learn about it, the next person's going to be learning about it. And your client, you put yourself at risk to losing clients, and I love that. You owe it to them to,
I think so,
stay educated.
I've definitely like assisted stylists who didn't do ongoing education, and you can tell.
Right.
You can tell in how they work, and you can tell in what their clientele looks like, and that's okay. Those stylists have been very successful too.
Right.
But if you're not wanting to have the client that's going to grow with you and be okay with, the old vibes, if you want more than that, then that's just not an option.
Right, totally. So what about for makeup?
For myself, I love reading articles. I have a lot of like groups that I've joined where like other makeup artists share their tips and tricks.
Yeah.
YouTube is another great resource for myself because
you are self-taught, right?
I'm self-taught, so there's some things that I don't know, and it's mostly like it would be mostly like how to like book your clients, stuff like that, as far as the makeup, like I try to like follow big makeup artists or makeup artists that are famous. A lot of them have like workshops and classes, that you could just look up on YouTube, so you can sign up for those classes. I like to watch videos all day, just to learn new tips.
I mean, it's totally a way of educating yourself. Absolutely.
And I think as a makeup artist, especially,
Yeah.
like you can learn so much. I'm sure from just watching another artist play.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
That's super cool, and probably learn about product too, new product that's out
Yeah.
there.
New product.
I already asked you. Okay, so what would you tell somebody who is starting out in hair and they aspire to have their own business, or they're starting out in makeup, they're passionate about it? What would you tell them? What would you tell, like, basically yourself in the beginning, knowing what you know now?
Well, I feel super lucky that I got the advice that I got when I was in school, and that was go to a commission salon first and do an apprenticeship.
Oh, okay.
I think that without those two things, you're running yourself to the ground financially right off the bat without having to build clientele. I think it's a bad idea money-wise, unless somehow, some way you have, a chunk of money handed to you to like get it started. I think it's best to go commission first, with the goal of what I call graduating from a commission stylist is to become a booth renter or self-employed of some sort, whether you own your salon, own a studio, whatever.
Yep.
And I think the apprenticeship is super necessary because you're the perfect testament to me. Because at the end of the day, in cosmetology school, you learn the most basic of basics. You learn what you need to go get your license, and that's it.
Right.
So you're not a stylist. You are, but a very mediocre one.
Right.
So to me, the only way to move forward and actually become more established is by teaching yourself. As a makeup artist, I do think on your own is the best way. I think as a stylist, it's by going to a salon where you can have mentors.
Yeah.
Watch them work.
Yeah.
See what you like, see what you don't like. Learn all of those things. Timing, good and bad habits, right?
Yeah.
Like, all of it. Like,
that's
I think,
a really good point.
to me, and I think also give yourself an expiration date on how long you're going to be a commission stylist. Like some of my friends have been stylists for longer than I have and are still commissioned, and I'm like, you're giving your money away.
Right.
Like legit. Like you
There is
you
a
make
next
them
level.
successful.
Right.
You could do this and literally like elevate yourself and not have to also like, I mean, my gosh, is there a better business than to work for yourself, right? Like no one to answer to. Anything that goes wrong, the only person you have to blame is yourself. So fix it, because you can.
Yeah.
I just love that piece. I'm like, who wouldn't want that, right?
And I think that if you grow at your craft and you do develop a clientele, it shouldn't be that hard for you to be successful on your own.
No.
You know what I mean?
I think if you're successful at a commission salon, you will be that much more successful on your own.
Yeah.
But I think you have to be brave. It is very hard. I feel like I got super lucky because I left with a friend and we started our studio together. So we had each other to not give up. Right. It was like we literally told ourselves the moment we made that decision, we were like, let's not give ourselves a single option to fail. Meaning, let's put our notice right now. That means we can't go back. Right. And those things, we had each other to like pump ourselves up. Like I think it's everything. It's like work hard enough where you are, and that doesn't. I love my old salon. Like I have literally zero bad blood with them. It was just time. I knew it was time. I told myself once you get to 80% productivity, you move forward. And by moving forward, I meant you go booth rent. I hit 80%, never looked back. That was it. That was my cue. Do something about this. And you can stay, and you can be just fine, and you can keep working, and you can do whatever, but you can have more.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Oh man, this food.
I'm so full.
It's amazing.
I'm like dying over here.
So they have a original waffle and a traditional waffle. So I believe that their original waffle is like sweeter because I'm getting like a little sugary bites, and I'm just starting my diet tomorrow, guys.
Fine.
Oh man. All right, so I have to get to my last question. Favorite book and why? It doesn't have to be career related. It can be anything. Oh man.
Mine is Sabrina and Karina. My good friend, Khalifa Hardo Einstein.
Perfect.
She's a Colorado native.
Cool.
She's just a hit with this book, and she wrote her second novel. It's gonna be coming out next year, but that book is great. You should read it. If you're born in, or either born here in Denver, you'll like
appreciate it a little bit more.
The stories because it's all based in Denver.
Oh, cool.
I love that.
I love it.
Oh man, I don't know if I have a favorite one. I mean, I'm reading one right now that's like been really good for me in a lot of ways. I mean, it is something that's like very relevant to what I'm going through, but it's by the thyroid medium, Thyroid Healing. I don't know, I think more and more I'm realizing how common thyroid issues are, and I just think like it's just answering a lot of questions and normalizing a lot of things that I think without having been diagnosed until now make
You
more
wouldn't
sense.
have known.
Yeah.
And I love it.
That's cool. No, I like that. So I like to ask everybody so that I can put these books on the Hustlers Brunch Book Club Instagram page so that people can just, source it for good reads and all that.
I love it. Actually, one of my coworkers told me about this one, and I love it.
Yeah. No, I'm currently reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Which is good. Mark Manson. So it's good. I will say that I kind of think that there's a lot in the book that I've learned just naturally in life already. But it's nice to have the reminder of basically like, don't sweat the small stuff. You know what I mean? Like, life is what it is. Like when I was just home in Vermont, I was having a conversation with one of my good friends. Shout out Al Cruz, Mr. Al Cruz, my homie from high school. But, we're just talking about life and relationships, and it's like, it's really easy to like get in a hole about life. Like, life is not easy, life is hard, and it's easy to kind of almost shame yourself, put yourself in a corner. And there is a lot of whiskey involved, but what I kept saying, I'm like, this is life, this is your life, this is your journey, the journey is not always pretty. It's not always roses. The journey is hard, but like you can either look at what's going on in your life and kind of like accept it and figure out ways to fight through it. And just be like, okay, this is what's going on, and I got this. Or you can kind of fall apart. And a lot of people, it's easier to fall apart. So, I'll just throw that little tidbit out there. Accept your journey, accept the hard things, like never let it keep you down, and know that grace. Give yourself grace. Push through it, Cool. Well, thank you ladies for being here. This was awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I love you guys. Shout out to Waffle Brothers, because you'll be seeing me again after my diet, unless you can come up with some keto options, because we're going back on keto. But thank you everybody for tuning in. This is Lizzy Brodie. This is the Hustlers Brunch. Stay tuned for more coming from me and the Hustlers Brunch. Thank you ladies for being here. Stay motivated, stay inspired, and we'll catch you next time.